Yeah, no, Reece is fit. Small issue. He's feeling unwell today. It's no conspiracy. It's the truth. Hopefully, he'll be feeling well enough to be involved in tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow will be a month since your first match in charge. It's very clear that you're enjoying your time here. Do you feel like your message is getting across to the players and how you want to feel?
Yeah, I think so. It takes time, but in terms of what's been really encouraging and really pleasing is that the players have taken on so much information, so many team meetings, not many training sessions, and they've put into practice what we've wanted in the main. So yeah, pleasing signs, but we need to continue in that vein.
In terms of Cole Palmer, you said he was world class
the
other day. How important is he to what you want to achieve here with this squad?
Yeah, I think any world-class player is important to what you want to achieve. So for me, it's been great to see him enjoying his football on Saturday. It's been great to see him banging in the goals, and hopefully his form continues in that way.
It was two very contrasting performances at Wolves. Obviously, positive first half, not so much in the second half. How do you get your team to give you that full 90-minute performance?
Yeah, I think that's the perfection that you're striving for in every training session, every meeting, every game that you play. Even in the second half, there were some really, really pleasing things in terms of controlling the game, but because the level was so high in the first half, we didn't achieve that level. My aim is that we play a really high level in every minute of every game, and we've had a few conversations about that in the last few days.
Thanks, Chris. Soraya?
Hi.
It's still early days, and we know you don't like to limit your players, but when we've seen Josh Achiampong in his time at Chelsea, he's mainly played as a centre-back.
Yeah.
Under you, we've mainly seen him as a right-back. Do you see him as both, and when he's competing to play, is it more for that right-back?
Yeah, if you look at, firstly, Josh is an amazing talent. In the time I've been here, which is a month, I've got to meet him, I've got to meet his parents, and you can see why he's such a great lad, because he's been brought up in the right way. Josh has got immense potential. What I like to do with all of my defenders, especially at the age they are, is put them in different positions, because it improves them. It improves their understanding of the game, it improves their positioning. But yeah, long-term Josh is a centre-back, and he's got all of the attributes to be an outstanding centre-back at a really, really high level. My job is to help him, is to develop him, and I'm really, really looking forward to working with him in the long term.
Talking about that defence, the player that's been mainly primary in defence, breaking the line with their passes, has been Levi Colwill. Obviously he's been out, but we've seen under you, like Fofana, who normally hasn't, maybe under Maresca, has been pinging them passes up the pitch, looking for those passes, which is quite uncharacteristic for him. Is this something that you've spoken about with him? You want to see more from the defenders?
Yeah, I don't want to limit. Wes 24 years old. Trevor has been magnificent. Josh, Mamadou, Tosin, still young for a centre-back. You want to try and improve them. And to do that, you have to put them in positions where they may make mistakes, especially trying to break lines or to play forward. But I want them to feel like they're able to do it. I think Wes has been top in his performances. With Trevor, I think Trevor's been great. They can all find passes if the players are in good positions to receive the ball. And that's what we've been working on a lot with them, and hopefully they continue to improve.
And Chelsea, like a lot of teams with Leeds next, have kind of suffered against a back five or a low block. We've seen you be a bit more fluid though, and you had like 3 central players in between the lines. We've seen some of your solutions. When it comes to these players themselves, did they choose and assess situations on the pitch? Do you want them to have that game IQ in that moment, or are these premeditated plans?
No, it's a great question. When you're the level of player that I get to work with here, the reason they are, most of them, they're top elite world-class players for me is because they make great decisions in the moment. My job is not to tell them where to be. My job is to put them in positions where they can affect the game in their own way. Being fluid, it has positives in terms of being unpredictable for the opposition, but if you do not have the correct structure behind that, you can become really, really open in transition. So it's trying to find a balance between the two. I felt against Wolves there were some really pleasing aspects of our rotations and our fluidity in possession. In the second half, we didn't stay true to our structure. That's one of the reasons why our performance wasn't as good in that half.
Thanks, Soraya. John?
Have you watched the game from Ellen Road, the game earlier in the season
Yeah.
in December? I mean, I think it's probably fair to say Chelsea got bullied a bit up there. So what have you learned from that?
Like, you watch every game. It's very difficult for me because I watch games. When I first watched that game, it was as a neutral. I had no idea within 2 or 3 months I'd be manager of Chelsea. Going to Ellen Road is always really, really difficult. Always been difficult. It's a club. Their fans have backed them really, really strongly at home. Daniel's an outstanding coach. They're very, you can see in their recent performance as well, Calvert-Lewin's in really good form. The way that they press, their energy, they're direct in a really positive way. It's going to be a really difficult game again. I'm not here to talk about what's happened in the past or what happened before I was here. I'm focused on the game tomorrow.
Did you expect that same approach from them, that physicality from them?
Yeah, you saw it against Nottingham Forest. They were magnificent in that game. Very forward thinking, and when I say direct, I mean it in a really positive way. They use the strengths of the team. They use Dominic. His movement in the box is outstanding. They get crosses in the box. They counter press really, really well, and we have to stand up to that and overcome those intensity things that are key to the game.
It's pretty relentless, isn't it, at the moment? I think this is your 11th game since you came in. You played Saturday, then you played Tuesday, then you played Friday. So how do you work the workload of the players? How do you balance? How difficult is it to get the right balance?
Yeah, it's difficult. You've seen we've rotated a lot, which you need to do. You need to do it in this stage of the season. I mentioned this before, bearing in mind the players' long-term schedule. You know, they've played all the way through the summer. They've had no pre-season. They've been magnificent. So you have to try and freshen up the team in the right areas, mentally and physically, and you have to be really, really well prepared tactically to give the players the best plans and the best solutions to the problems you face. And so far, I have to say, in my time with them, the players have been great in achieving that.
Is that a concern? Obviously, as you said, it played through the summer, you played through this season, and then you go straight into a World Cup, and then you pretty much come back into pre-season training. For players' welfare, is that a concern?
I think so, being honest. The thing now with these lads, they are fantastic professionals. You know, on and off the pitch, they look after their bodies so well. They live for their job, which is so important. Most of them are used to it now. Through their careers, they've played in, whether it's Copa Americas or Mamadou's won the African Nations Cup or the World Cup or the Euros or now the Club World Cup. Their bodies are used to it, but you want the best product possible. And to have the best product possible, you want the best players on the pitch. We have to find a way that we can find a balance between the two.
And just final one, Cole Palmer, is he ready to start tomorrow? Can he play 90 minutes tomorrow?
He's available for tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks, John. Simon?
Brilliant. I've got some more team news sort of questions, if you don't mind. How's Andre Santos? He sort of went off late on Saturday. Is he okay?
Yeah, Andre trained today. He's absolutely fine. He's a soldier. He had a swollen ankle. It wasn't a great tackle on him. He couldn't continue, but he's absolutely fine for tomorrow.
Good stuff. And sort of other players, how's Tosin getting on?
Tosin's looking good. Tosin trained today as well, which is great to have him in back in and around the group.
Lavia?
Romeo, we have a really detailed plan for him. He was back on the training pitch with us the last 2 days. It's been great to see him. He's such a great player. You know, we all know that. But what we have to do is make sure that when he's back for good. So we're just making sure that he gets the right plan over the next 10 days to 2 weeks to achieve that.
And the final one, Gittins, any sort of update on?
No, nothing new.
Thanks, Simon. Rob?
The squad have shown they can take on the best teams in a football sense, but do they still need to prove some mental toughness? And after what happened at Ellen Road, would this be a good step towards that?
I don't speak about what's happened before me. I can only speak about what I see. Our 2 defeats came against what many people say are the best team in Europe. And I look at those 2 games and the situation we had in terms of player availability. We didn't have full player availability in both of those games. Players are showing me, in my time with them, extreme mental toughness, extreme quality to come back from 2 goals down against West Ham, to come back in Napoli when they're behind. I'm not questioning their mental toughness at all.
And a lot of the players have spoken quite positively about you and the impact you've had in the last few days. Does it feel to you like you're making an impression on them?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's my job. To be honest, it's always nice when players speak well of you. Most of the time, they just want to stay in the team. So I take it with a smile. I think you can see whether it's Cole or Zhao or Enzo or Moy. all of them, Andre, the defenders, they're playing with a real enthusiasm at the moment. They're enjoying their football. And as a coach, that's very pleasing to see, because if you don't play with enthusiasm, you don't play with energy or intensity. So at the moment, things are looking good. We have to continue. The demands have gone up. It's going to be a physical game tomorrow, but the signs are looking really, really good for what we want to achieve together.
Thanks, Rob. We'll finish with Martin.
Hi Liam, in the 9 games you've been in the dugout, Chelsea scored 22 goals, 11 different goal scorers. You count the game that you watched at Fulham, the 12th different goal scorer. Is that a consequence of the way you're wanting your team to play, or is it a consequence of the fact that you do, through rotation, change the team a lot?
I just think it's to do with the fact we've got so many good players. To be honest, we've got so many different threats. You see Marc Cucurella, you see Malo Gusto heading the ball, and the opposite fullbacks in the box trying to score. That's the type of football that I believe in. And when you have different threats on the pitch, it's so difficult to cover that. So at the moment, in terms of goal scoring record, it's really, really good. I would like more clean sheets with that. And we've got to try and make sure we get the balance of our game right.